Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition of EmpireCV.tv. Today is the Godzilla Day, along with a lot of extra things coming out here at Empires and in the area around. Tomorrow we have got Godzilla toys. You don't see these very often unless you have the internet, but you don't see them very often in person because when they come out they leave immediately and you just don't get to, or I don't get the chance to order them very often. So there are a ton of different kinds. They've provided us with a huge amount of Godzilla himself, but look at this, it's beautiful. And the pop toys keep coming. This week we have Hello Kitty and Texas Chainsaw. Which is scarier? It could be either one, depends on what you think. Personally, I think Leatherface is scarier, but I'm not really a Hello Kitty fan. I'm much more of a Karopi fan. So before we get into the comics, the things going on around town. This Sunday, the 30th, is SacCon. We actually have 2 free tickets for SacCon to give out. And since we haven't talked about how we're going to do that, we'll post on Facebook about how you can get them, because we hadn't quite figured it out. So look for 2 free SacCon tickets and how to get them coming right after the video is posted. We also have coming up next month on the 13th is Ape. So if you're going to be there, come by and say hi to us at Empire's Comics Vault Press. We will have all of our books there, as well as a couple writers and artists down there hanging out for the weekend. On top of that, on the 13th, if you cannot make it, what Sac Geeks has done, and what is Sac Geeks, you ask? If you haven't been to Sac Geeks, go Google it. Sac Geeks, it's the informative source of everything around Sacramento that you need to know, whether it's events going on, shows coming up, whatever it is. What they've done is they created a poll of the best of Sacramento, from the best bands to the best comic shops to the best restaurants. You can go on, you can vote, but aside from Empire's Comics Vault being up there as best comic shop, which is the most important one, the other most important poll is best local comic book creators, whether it's writers or artists. They've done a poll for this, and they've taken all of the people that were submitted to them, and they've put us together at the Urban Hive for an art showing. It's going to be on 13th. It's going to be the second Saturday event, but you can walk over there and take a peek at all the art at any time. So the 13th, the Urban Hive, you can find out more information on our Facebook page or look it up because there is a special events page as well. So that is it for the events going on around town. For the books this week, Talon is out. Of course, this is by Snyder because he has been writing everything. Well, he obviously has been writing everything for Court of the Owls. But the important stuff, what this is this book follows a Talon who essentially broke free from the Court of the Owls and is out on his own. This delves into his past, shows you from when he's a boy to when he's an adult, and when he's on his own with the Court of the Owls after him. So just really a setup. We get to know the character. We get to see some of the things he's done, some of the things he wishes he hadn't done, some of the things that he prevented himself from doing, and it's going to ultimately lead into us seeing more from this character. The Ultimates. This Ultimate world is completely tore up. The Reed Richards is evil. He has taken, he's out of the picture now, but he essentially has this dome filled with hyper-evolved humans. They destroyed Washington, killed most of our leaders. Ultimately, the state starts seceding. Mutant hysteria happens. We've got Nimrods running around the country. Captain America is here to take it back. He started his own personal war to unify the states once more. There was a special election. The people wrote him in. Cap is elected president. This issue here, we find out, does he take it on? Does he accept the responsibility? What does he do with it if he has it? This was a great issue. It really shows Captain America, the ultimate Cap, at some of his best. Oh, this, I'm going to have to read again. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It was great. But there is so much happening. There is so much going on. Mr. Morrison and Robertson have treated us to an HBO special on drugs. And not an Alan Moore HBO special on drugs that we can't understand, but one that makes me want to read it twice because there's so many characters. You've got the Italian mob. You've got an ex-cop who's trying his, well, I almost said trying his best, but he's pretty dirty. You've got him cleaning up the streets. You've got crooked cops. You've got torturers. You've got a man who sees tiny blue horses with unicorn horns called Happy. And he's trying to get away from these situations, trying to get out of it. He's the only man who has information that the mob, that the police, that everyone seems to want. And his only friend is a little blue horse. It's really strange, but it's worth a read. It's Grant Morrison over at Image, taken off from DC and having the class not to tweet about it to everyone with all his dirty laundry. This one I'm picking just because Matt Wagner's on it. You guys know him from Grendel. You'll know him from Mage. You've also got Bisley doing the pencils, and you've got Jim Lee doing the cover. This is going to be one of 4, and what it is it's a supernatural bounty hunter. So we know that Matt can do that well based on his Mage. Now Mage, if you guys haven't read it, is something that you really should pick up. It's in trade paperback format. It's not as good as his Grendel in my opinion, but I absolutely love it. Prophet continues to be good. Great science fiction, more of a European feel than an American feel. Really a world building exercise as opposed to a straightforward story, which is what I personally really enjoy about it. We get introduced to new cultures, we get introduced to new races, and then we see how they mix together and Prophet's impact on them. Debris has been great. We've been getting a ton of science fiction stories. This is yet another one in there. We got more Angel and Faith. This is going to be interesting. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but Constantine, you see him everywhere right now. Let's see how he mixes with the DCU. We've also got some All-Star Western this week. Aquaman #0, we've all been loving that. The Red Lanterns is picking up for Watchmen. You've got Ozymandias. Avengers came out today, so you guys need to go pick it up. The next Cap movie happens to be based on something by Ed Brubaker, and Ed Brubaker is the man. So Winter Soldier, my friends. Why don't we go ahead and read it and stop hating on Ed Brubaker? And I'm not talking to anyone in particular. The other one I'm really excited about is Fury. I've said enough about this on here, so I won't say any more. But thank you guys. Go to Sack Geeks, look at the polls, vote for whoever you think is the best choice, as long as it's Empire and Ben Schwartz. Thank you very much. October 20th is 24-hour Comics Day. It's a time-honored tradition here at Empire's Comics, dating back 4, maybe 5 years. I'm not really sure because numbers aren't my thing. It's writing and drawing. And that's what 24-hour Comic Book Day is about. So, come on down, 20th of October at 9 a.m. We're open till the 21st, 9 a.m. 24 full hours. It's not just a name. What you do is you come in, you write, and you draw a 24-page comic. We get packed. 30, 40 people in here easy. You want to get here early, you want to get your spot, you want to bring a comfy chair or at least a pillow because those chairs are kind of hard. Why would you want to do it? If you're somebody who's never created comic books before but you've always wanted to, this is a great place to start. Get your mind working, get your hands going. You don't even have to be an artist. I can't draw and I participate every year. Part of it's the fun, part of it's the creative process, part of it is meeting people in the local community that are just like you. So whether you're a seasoned professional, whether you're just starting out, 24-hour Comic Book Day is a lot of fun. You're going to meet a lot of great people, and you're going to walk out of here with 24 completed pages of a comic book. Hope to see you there. Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition of EmpireCV.tv. TV. Horrible. You're not going to let me redo that, are you? Yeah, press it.